I want to thank Zimbabweans and fellow countrymen for the solidarity with the Citizens Coalition for Change, the authentic alternative vehicle for change in this country. We have just been to the High Court in relation to the illegal recall of our members of Parliament and members of Senate, and we are very happy as a first entry point that the judgment has been reserved, but it's supposed to happen before the 7th, which is the nomination court, because the judgment that is supposed to come from the High Court has a bearing on the proclamation of the by-election, which we believe as a movement is an unconstitutional act, and therefore we expect the judgment to be handed down as per the decision of the High Court. Secondly, it has been made very clear during the court proceedings that the impositor, Tshabangu, did not prove before the court that he is the Secretary General of the Citizens Coalition for Change, which is the point that we've been making and remains an evergreen subject in the political discourse in this country. Secondly, the fact that the applicant, the respondent, in particular Tshabangu, did not also prove that because he's not a member of the Citizens Coalition for Change and a designated office bearer of the movement, and therefore had no mandate to recall our members of Parliament and senators. This has been made and clarified by his request that the political party CCC should be brought into the argument, into the court decision, because the party couldn't, because it has not made any recall of his members of Parliament, which is a point that we've been making, and we want Zimbabweans and all interested parties to know that there is no vacancy arising out of Section 129K of the Zimbabwean Constitution, that our members of Parliament have ceased to belong to the Citizens Coalition for Change, and that our senators no longer belong to the Citizens Coalition for Change. So that has been clarified by the court, and we obviously expect the court to adjudicate in this written letter of the Constitution and protect the will of the people. You know that all this is arising out of the Constitution. It confirms the constitutional crisis that has visited our country. The attack on democracy, the attack on the authentic opposition preserves to say that there is a constitutional crisis in this country which is arising out of disputed election, and that's why we've made the point that all these issues ought to be resolved, and that Zimbabwe must go back to the road to democracy so that we're resolving some of the crises that we're facing. Thank you very much.